the course that I took in my broader master's program, that being business analytics and data science, was prescriptive analytics, being a continuance of a previous course called descriptive analytics that we took last semester.
I used Kritik for my predictive analytics class, which was taught by Dr. Miriam McGaw, and I used it for the spring of 2024. I mean, as a college kid, you're like, when you find out you have to pay for something, you think, oh man. But I saw it just as a textbook, and it was honestly cheaper than most of my textbooks. So I didn't really mind. And once I actually was using it, there's something about learning through experiencing things and through actually doing things instead of just reading. So I thought it was a lot better than a textbook, so I was more than happy to pay for it.
I would say my reaction was, in simplest terms, not much of a reaction at all. Just, all right, I'll eat this cost and keep going with this.
I do think the value of Kritik outweighed the cost.
In anything you buy in a university setting, it is of course going to be an investment in yourself, and the things that Kritik necessarily brought to the table, I would say, made that purchase worth it, at least in comparison to other proprietary softwares that I've used in the past in a university setting. So the way I define critical thinking is the ability to take a look at what you are thinking yourself and analyze that yourself. In that environment, the fact that you had to note that somebody else would be looking at what you were looking at, that they would be judging is the wrong word, that they would be critiquing what you were looking at or what you were putting forward, that awareness necessarily forced an awareness in yourself. So I would say that the means of delivering assignments and review and all that good stuff necessarily required critical thinking as a result.
Kritik helped improve my critical thinking and communication skills by having a lot of different types of tasks that we would work with. And I really liked how, having an internship this summer, a lot of the things that I did, I was like, oh my goodness, I had a Kritik exercise like this. So it was fun to see how it related to real world things as well. Well, in my other courses, things aren't peer reviewed. So in terms of feedback, it's more of a, when your professor grades it is when you see your feedback, or you just won't actually get feedback and you can go request it from your professor. But with Kritik, it's part of the assignment to review what your peers are doing. And so that means you're guaranteed getting different thoughts and opinions from them on your work.
And my main frustration was the intractable opacity in how a lot of deliverables were graded. You had things like, hey, this is how A/B testing is going to work. Put in your deliverable. Oh, you got a 75. We're not going to tell you why. Nobody's going to tell you why. So I would say that trend of opacity in why something ends up the way it is necessarily prevents learning from your experiences, which is the whole point. I understand the incentive of not wanting to game the automated grading, because then you're just playing a strategy game and you're metagaming at that point. But if you're willing to do that, then why bother? But when it comes to peer reviews, again, that opacity in how well you did, usually peer reviews are kind of a, how would I put this? You did it or you didn't. And there's no quality control in that respect.